everybody, all the stars are here. It's that time of the year again. For the 8th time, insert me double checking that. It is our best of, Movies Are Real's best of discussions of the year. Where we're going to go through the best films of 2023. Ryan, Lance, you are dressed right for this occasion. Exactly. How are you feeling? Surrounded by film and the magic of it.
It's true. We have all of our favorite guests of the show here. They're not mic'd, so they won't be able to talk. But Dave DeHaan is here. Carl Urban's here. He's wearing. He actually brought the helmet from Dread.
He looks very grumpy.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Do the face.
Cara Delevingne is doing lighting for the studio. I don't know why. Everyone for Valerian's here, really.
I see.
That's great. Carrie, how are you doing on this night of cinema?
Oh my gosh, I'm so honored to be here.
Yes, it is that time of the year again. There's another awards show going on, and in order for us to support other awards show and bolster, their reception in the public eye and such, we try to like come on the same time. Help, rising tide lifts all boats, as they say. So yes, welcome to our best of episode, part one of 2 days of going through multiple categories of awards, and us trying to figure out 2 runners up and 1 winner for each category. Today we're going to go through best style, best horror, worst movie, and best surprise. If this is your first time joining us, like I said, we have a list of films under each category, and our job here is not an easy job, but someone's got to do it, is to find 2 runner-up and 1 winner for the category. What's the other usual ceremony thing they say here? We can't watch every movie. But
we do always watch all the best movies.
We do watch the best ones. That's true.
So if a movie's not on this list, there is a specific reason for that.
Because it sucks.
So you can't be mad. Look, Carl's agreed with me. He's holding outside and says boo movies. I don't understand that. Oh, you silly guy. Anyway, let's get back to it.
He was in Star Trek. It's funny. He's a doctor,
that's
true. He's a doctor, folks. But yes, our first category of the day is best style, which is always the most fun, chaotic nonsense category to start because it is impossible to describe what it is, which I think I've described it as a movie that has that certain something, like everything of like the cinematography to the costume design, everything culminates together to give a style, a vibe, and what that the best, our nominees for best style are Poor Things, The Holdovers, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Asteroid City, The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah.
I think we located Ryan's bit.
What do you mean?
Barbie, Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse, Infinity Pool, Godzilla Minus One, Saltburn, Skinamarink, The Outwaters. That was 2023?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Both of those movies were like January.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I never got to see it either.
Don't worry about it.
Oh. A Haunting in Venice, The Taste of Things, The Boy and That Damn Heron, Suzume, and Eileen. Where do we start here? I'm going to be the Suzume hater, where I did not like that movie. I get that there is a craft to it.
There's a craft to animation.
You got to making that chair animate was very hard.
I feel like of that guy's movies, it felt... I mean, it's weird to say it's the least inspiring. Like, it's insane. There's giant space worms.
Yes, there is a worm. The worm, yes. The worm. The gate, yes.
The gate and everything. But, like, I don't know. Like,
it's diminishing returns, right?
I feel like, you know...
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, that's true. Because I feel like, oh my god, what was the first movie again? Your Name.
Your Name, yeah.
Because like Your Name, that style was like incredible. You know, it really went. He did a lot harder with Weathering with You, like all that rain stuff. But like this just felt like samey.
Yeah.
A little boring. Very, very well made, but like if you compare it to the other stuff, it just doesn't really.
Yeah, for me, I was very much like, I've seen this. Again, if this is best style, like, it is a style I have seen before from this person. It is very well done technically, but again, it is inherently less impressive because you made 2 movies that look like this. And the first of those movies was a lot better, in some people's opinion. So yeah, Suzume, I'm cutting it. That's what I gotta say. How the fuck do I edit a document?
No, I got rid of it. I got rid of it.
Okay. I couldn't find the edit.
I'm not saying we're gonna delete this because I want.
Someone's tampering with our election technology.
No. I feel like this has to be at least top 3, but I just want to make the bit of Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse without the doubt wins the award for most styles.
That is true.
Because
there is a lot of it.
It is so much mixed media art styles at play that all blend so incredibly well. And some of them like just have these unique styles that like just have not been seen. I feel like. On
the Renaissance one
scale.
was really cool.
Incredible. The watercolor stuff is my favorite personally. A mix of some live action stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Just great.
Right.
Outstanding.
Right. When the cashier from Venom shows up.
No clue what we're talking about.
God, I hate when the Venom lady shows up. It's so weird.
It is a thing, the Venom lady.
Right?
The cat. I have never seen Venom. As I understand, there is a cashier lady that I don't know fucking shit about Venom, but she shows up.
It's the lady who's like at like a bodega, works at like a bodega type thing.
Yeah, and he wants chocolate from her. She's like, no, I don't have any chocolate.
There's a part where one of the multiverse characters is peeking through dimensions, and he like peeks through like real world, and like she's there, and he's like, hey, why aren't you reacting? And she's like, I've seen some crazy stuff. You've just seen Venom.
That's pretty crazy.
It is pretty.
It's not crazier than an animated man coming from a portal being like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, oh, this shit again. It's like, no, you've just seen Venom.
But yeah,
get over yourself.
But if we were to compare this movie to Suzume, where one could say it is not diminishing returns because this movie does so many different styles that it's like you don't actually see like the
stop motion Lego stuff.
Yeah, you don't see the classic Spiderverse from the first movie that much actually in this one. There's a lot more of the new stuff. I think I put in the best moment for later in the awards, and but just the opening of this movie is best style is incredible.
Even when they go to that world, like the style is so much more refined to like that graffiti kind of art style that like really reflects Miles and everything. I love that movie and style.
So that's it's staying on the list, is what you're saying.
On the list. I just had to say best style. Maybe, probably, I'm gonna fight for it, but most certainly most styles is Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse.
Speaking of, I'm very sorry. I've seen this before.
I know where we're going.
The Boy and the Heron. Heron is crazy. That's wild, bro. He's got a hole in his beak. That's insane. This is a new Miyazaki movie, and it didn't do anything that blew me away. Like, it looks great. He continues to look great. That bird, that big bird, Batista bird, is very big and very, very fun. A lot of poop. I love those frogs. I've said that a lot, but I don't know. I feel like we can cut that movie, right?
I don't think it holds up this year, and it doesn't feel like it holds up with his other work as well, which sucks after, it's been his first movie in 10 years.
Yeah. Carrie, you okay with
yeah, I don't care. That movie's fine.
It is a film.
I love Robert Pattinson very much, and he didn't
is
have
great.
anything to do with
His
this
voice
style.
has a lot of style in that one. Yes, it's true.
He actually hand drew most of the frames.
Oh, well, in that case, it's a gorgeous film.
He was
beautiful
not
film.
asked. They told him not to do it.
And he said stop. There's like a split frame that just looks like absolute ass. It's like, what is that?
I will cut Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but I will say that the thing that works in this movie, takes a risk and it's not just a gobbledygook comic book Marvel movie.
No.
Again, it goes to weird fucking places with the flesh planet and the creature planet where all those are actual costumes. All those extras are wearing real like humanoid costumes, and that's fucking awesome.
It's no wonder this was the only financially like profitable Marvel thing this year. Oh, the one that was like the most creative. That's crazy. People like that. That's wild, man.
So I just want to give Elizabeth Debicki's in it for a bit. That's fun. We like that.
We love that. Front of the show, she's right there.
Yeah.
It's so easy to see her because she's so tall.
Oh my God, Ryan, you just gave her a heart attack.
Oh no.
Elizabeth Debicki.
I hope she's appreciating the Tenet renaissance, I guess, that's going on.
Oh, she's walking backwards right now. Oh, she gets it. She's in on the joke.
Such a jokester.
But yeah, I'll cut that.
I want to cut the Outwaters.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so yeah.
Did you add this, Carrie?
I did. Well, because it's not... I didn't like the movie a ton, but if it's anything, it's stylish.
It is stylish, but I was thinking about this when I was looking over the list, and I was like, it has moments of really like interesting style. It has like good desert stuff, but then there's also so many moments of just like I can't fucking see anything.
I can't see.
I can't see anything.
Literally, there's like 10 minutes of this movie where it's just completely black, but there's like a flashlight spotlight going all over the screen.
It's
That's
like
pretty innovative and cool.
It is, but like you think I don't know, like
I can't see it. There might be style here. I don't know.
It's just like we think of like modern day and like those like found footage stuff where like oh you can just like see a little bit of flashlights, but like we have like those tack lights things where like I can light up this entire fucking house with this flashlight. It's like let's get some of those in movies nowadays.
No.
Apparently, there's a found footage festival this year, and there's like a new cut of this movie with like it's called the detective audio version that has like audio like detectives commenting over the footage over it.
That sounds kind of dope.
Which is interesting. I don't know if I'm ready to.
It's just like some fucking.
Is he cutting off his penis?
It's just like these bumbling cops. Like I can't see a damn thing. What the hell?
So that might be interesting.
That would be awesome.
So we're cutting the Outwaters.
Yeah.
Should I still watch that or not?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay.
Maybe we'll watch the detective audio version
That sounds
together.
pretty funny.
Okay, that's on Screambox or some nonsense, probably.
Yeah, it's also on some free streaming services
Okay.
now.
Some free like oh yeah, Tubies, you mean?
Like the Tubies of the world. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Where do I want to go here? The last voyage of the Demeter. I'm glad that boat is. I'm sure the boat in the.
They made that boat. It's an authentic boat.
Someone did.
Someone did.
And I
You see that
respect.
Dracula? He looked crazy.
Yep, I'm
See
sure.
that funny hat they put on him? Incredible.
Best style, specifically
style.
for him in his little outfit at the very end of the movie.
That's
when
why
he's
this
sitting in
movie's
the
here,
restaurant.
George.
When he's sitting at the Applebee's, like, oh, the margarita is on that table over there. He's like,
Oh my god.
Bleh.
The man eating the chips and queso. He's like, bleh. It's like, yeah, it says he has like a skin condition. I think he's a Dracula.
Sir, did you have the garlic knots?
I'm gonna cut the last voyage of the Demeter.
That's a great movie.
Exactly.
I continue.
We're gonna fight for it throughout the rest of this
I
show.
continue to not believe you.
What?
That movie's gonna have its day. Just like with Jennifer's Body, that movie's gonna have its day.
I like the taste of things. I don't think it hangs. That's the first. I don't think it hangs of the pod. So congratulations to me for getting that. Yeah, it's a gorgeous movie. It's shot well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, it had, like Carrie wonderfully said in the last episode, it has more like footage of cooking than actual cooking shows. And and it's done well, but I'm gonna cut it.
I want to ask Carrie a question here. As the Saltburn apologist on this podcast.
Apologist? Whoa!
I dropped my lid. I don't know where.
Oh,
what's
it's
up in
okay.
my clip?
There you go. And this is when you're trying to attack Carrie with her back turned.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm used to it.
This movie Saltburn has style. It does have style. Is
Okay.
it?
Thank
Is
you.
it?
Great.
Some people might say that's all it has.
Whoa, man.
It
is the first category.
Ryan hates me whenever I like a movie. Ryan
It's true.
just goes on a you
That is
suck.
what I do. Yeah,
and I'm not gonna watch Spider-Man.
Fuck you. It's a good movie.
What's your argument?
I'm
Ryan?
asking because Carrie likes this movie more than you and me.
I like this movie a lot. Where is this coming from?
Oh, I thought you didn't like it.
I gave it 4 stars. I think it's great.
Get fucked.
Oh man, this got a lot more difficult. I thought George was on my side.
No,
of this.
I like this movie
Okay.
a lot. I'd watch it again in a movie
Oh no. Okay, then.
theater. You retract your blade. You walk slowly back.
For both of you, is this top 3 though? For best
It's
style?
too early to cut it. That's for damn sure. Is what I'll say.
I disagree with that.
Wow. All right.
I also don't like this movie.
Mm.
On a personal level, I can appreciate
What did Jacob
I can-
Elordi do to you?
so many things. He's too tall. That's it, really.
Oh, fair enough.
I
That is
didn't
a little-
like
still a little
Euphoria.
scary.
I don't like how he watched his dad have sex with all those transgender
That was
teens.
him?
That was him who
Yeah,
did
that's
that.
a big character arc for him. Yeah.
He watched his dad's weird sex tapes and is like, Dad, you were weird for doing this. And it's like, you watched a lot of that footage.
What is that show
That's weird.
even about?
Nothing. It's about nothing.
The fuck?
People meme about how those high school kids are not how high school kids are alike for a reason.
I don't think that's how humans are.
No.
Anyway, Saltburn, your
show.
point. You just retract your statement and
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Ryan just wanted to let us know that he's a wet blanket and doesn't like Saltburn.
It's
like,
true.
I know, Ryan.
It's
I
true.
know.
That was my exact review. You're just reading my exact review.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a wet
pulled it up.
blanket and I do not
I
like
pulled it up
Saltburn.
and I reported it.
Ah, thank you.
What I will say, and this is a movie I like the way it looks, and I like the costumes, and I just like this movie, but it doesn't hang here, is Haunting in Venice.
So
I love the way it looks better than definitely
other two?
Nile.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
for damn sure. Yeah.
I like how it feels like an old-timey Halloween
Yes,
movie, and
100%.
that's amazing. And I love old-timey Halloween stuff in general, and
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
beautiful.
Kenneth Branagh's mustache, as usual, is great.
It's true. It is nerfed. It is still nerfed. from
It's
the
too
first one.
nerfed,
It's
and that's
too
why I
nerfed.
don't want it on this list.
That's fair.
Um,
It's basically a normal mustache at this point.
Venice is a pretty city, so you know. But yeah,
Great movie.
we can cut that.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna cut 2. Maybe. We'll see how people feel. And they're similar in that they have sort of the old they have a filmic old vibe, and that is Eileen and the Holdovers. The Holdovers more than Eileen, but Eileen still is going for like this was like a VHS 80s movie.
Yeah.
Even though it's definitely older than that in the movie, but you know what I mean. Yeah, they look good, but I'm mainly shouting them out. Like you did an interesting thing with the way this movie looks, and it is doing a lot of positive work for me.
Right.
That was my main thing after I finally watched The Holdovers is like this, if you told me this came out in the 80s, I might believe you.
Yeah.
Because it looks so authentic and it really commits to that style so well.
And I love that scene in Eileen where they're hanging out in that bar and it's all dreamy and stuff. Big fan of that. But, I'm deleting the wrong movie that is not going to leave yet. Everybody's confused in the audience. The Holdovers. But yeah, good movies with great style, but not the best.
Let's do a run through.
Yeah.
We delete a few things. We have Poor Things, Asteroid City, Barbie, Spiderverse, Infinity Pool, Godzilla Minus One, Saltburn, and my screen went dark, Skinamarink.
Fitting.
Yes. Skinamarink.
It has style.
It is mostly style.
Yeah.
It is mostly style, and there's nothing this year, or maybe ever, that looks quite like it.
That's true.
It's a very blue movie.
It's super blue.
Yeah, but I think it's a movie that its style is weighed down by our feelings on the movie. I like it. I think I don't know. I think you and Ray are the most positive. I don't care. You still don't like it very much.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. But
I respect it a lot for sure.
But yeah, I don't know if we don't feel good about it. We don't feel passionate about it, so I don't think it's gonna make the list. So it's hanging out here. Like you can go, Skinamarink. I like that. I like the.
It's a good bit. I love Godzilla Minus One. I believe I'm the one who loves it the most.
Yeah, probably.
Here,
probably.
I love its style. It looks so beautiful and authentic, and what they were able to do with the budget that they had is incredible.
Yeah.
The creator wishes. Am I right? It probably.
I forgot there was a movie
called The Creator.
I thought you were talking about the creator of this movie, and I was like, "What?"
No, the creator. Dream on.
Yeah.
I should have just said dream on.
Yeah.
I feel like this probably will not hang. But...
Yeah, I like specifically the fact that they were able to make the movie look that good on such a low budget is very impressive. Yeah. So how many we got? We got 3, 6. Is that correct?
We gotta cut this bad boy in half. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Infinity Pool is a wonderfully, deliciously fucked up, stylish movie. And that's all I want to say.
That's all I got on that subject.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the stuff that when I think about Infinity Pool, it's obviously the biggest thing that sticks out in my mind is when he's tripping crazy balls on those mushrooms or whatever the hell is, and you see the unrated cut, and it's like, whoa! It's like, holy shit!
The unrated cut changed some things.
It did.
Yeah, it made me add a half star to my rating. I was like, God damn. Hilarious.
Give me the spunk cut.
The masks look good, and like the all the scenes where they kill the clones are really fucking a lot. I don't know. But I don't know if it hangs.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Great movie though.
What a good film.
I love that movie.
Check it out with your friends and family.
Get the unrated cut.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in a place where I know what my top 3 are, and I want to read them out to you guys and see how you feel. I think my top 3 are Poor Things, Barbie, and Spiderverse. Poor Things and Barbie mostly because their set design is so incredible.
The Barbie set design is very good.
The Barbie set design is so like loud and pink, but not overbearing. And the fact that, you know, I feel like our main things going to the movie is like, oh, they're going to be at the Barbie land for like 20 minutes and they're just going to be in the real world. But no, they go back and like they're there for like a while.
The majority of the movie is in Barbie world.
And then when they go back, it is like added this like 12-year-old boy masculinity.
Horses.
What I think masculinity is vibe, like on top of that, which gives it this whole new vibe, and that's very admirable. Poor Things just made this whole world with its own unique style that it's like to it only. It's like if everything was made by Victor Frankenstein. It's absolutely insane. And
yeah, Barbie does look good. Okay, but
and then I said my piece on Spiderverse as well. So that's how I'm feeling looking at this. No disrespect, I said I don't like Saltburn obviously, but
full disrespect.
So full disrespect that, but no disrespect to Asteroid City.
Yeah, I
very
realize
pretty movie.
Yeah,
very wonderful.
It's not the newest Wes Anderson. I mean, it is, but it's not like his first movie.
No.
Yeah,
I was gonna go towards deleting Asteroid City.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's so good, but it's also like this is a credit to Wes Anderson that we can be like, yeah, it's just that super niche specific style that you kind of spearheaded yourself. But you're just doing that again, you idiot.
You boo.
But it still is exciting and
he finds a way to make it still engaging and fun.
The alien was great.
Oh my god,
that
I love
alien.
the alien.
But we can cut it. So that leaves us to 4.
Poor Things, Barbie, Spider-Man, Saltburn.
I was not going with Barbie, and then I remembered that the thing I love about that movie, it's clearly that Greta Gerwig really loves the vibe of like movies from the peak studio era of film, like the Singing in the Rain era of big, colorful sets and musical numbers in this weird nothing space, but with like pinks and blues, and like there's a stage. Like I love that shit so much. So okay, well, Poor Things is fucking amazing. I love Poor Things so much. It's my number one movie of the year. The sets, the camera style, the fucking weird fisheye lens, the fucking costumes, the goddamn costumes is insane. The chapter cards.
Mm-hmm.
I think Poor Things is on this list.
Yeah.
Carrie, I think Saltburn's not gonna make it.
I think we could cut Saltburn. That's okay.
Yeah. I love the style of it. I love the moments of it's what wins? Carrie, have you watched Poor Things again? Have you changed your mind? I used to I like that movie a lot, but I don't love it.
I've thought about it, and the more I've thought about it, the less I like it. But I haven't rewatched it. But the style is immaculate, and I love Yorgos.
I do not like this movie, but the style I feel like is undeniable. But for me, my winner is Spiderverse, just because it's just I can't.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
The thing with Spiderverse, and this is a weird thing, Spiderverse, it is the imagination of super incredible talented artists brought to life in still animation. But Poor Things is this fucking wild imagination brought to life with physical costumes, physical sets, and again stuff we have to shoot this on camera. And for some reason the physicality is pushing it over the edge for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
This is making me think of back on our previous best ofs, and I think Spider-Verse, the first one, won style whenever you're.
Oh, there's no way it didn't. Yeah.
But I'm also thinking of how Killing of a Sacred Deer made it to the finale because of me.
So we're back again with Yorgos and Spider-Man.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make any sort of argument either way. I was just, life is like a circle. It's poetry.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say Poor Things is the winner.
Yeah, if I had to pick, I'd pick Poor Things, but I also haven't seen Spider-Man.
It's really the physicality for me that pushes it over the edge.
I respect that, but I just people.
Across Spider-Verse is one of the most incredible animated things ever. It's unbelievable. But again, I would go to a museum exhibit with all the sets and the costumes for this movie. I would pay top dollar for that. It's wild. So yeah, Poor Things is the winner. Yay!
That's as far as it's going on.
Congratulations to oh my god, I forgot his name.
Yorgos.
Nope.
Yorgos.
13 going on 30. Hulk.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo.
Congratulations to Mark Ruffalo's mustache.
He was insanely funny.
I
know that's not what we're talking about.
He is fucking
he was my
great.
favorite part of that movie.
Again, he is just what a good movie. I love that movie. Anyways, Best Horror is the next category. Oh, or also known as every horror movie, and then we judge it. I
think there's some that I didn't put on here.
Yeah. So before we get into this category, it's self-explanatory. This is what we think are the best horror movies of the year, and we'll say actually, let's read this list, and then I'll say
I'll just say we have this list because we all like spooky stuff, and they are often forgotten about.
Genre movies don't get a lot of love.
Are not discussed around this time, so we are speaking for the people with this one. So George, tell us what the people love.
Yeah.
And what they're all about.
The nominees for Best Horror are Infinity Pool, Saw 10. I almost said Saw X, which is weird,
That's
but
what I say.
I
call it Socks.
Socks. Talk to Me, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, Skinamarink, Renfield, Cobweb, Evil Dead Rise, Insidious: The Red Door, It Lives Inside, Knock at the Cabin, Suitable Flesh, When Evil Lurks, VHS 85, The Nun II, Scream 6, Dark Harvest, M3gan, and The Pope's Exorcist. Where do we start here?
A lot of masterpieces here.
So yeah, right. What I was gonna say at the start. This is probably one of the weakest years in horror. I think that I can think of in the years we've done this podcast. This is there's a lot of stuff that's fine. That's okay. Not a lot of stuff. I'm like, fucking let's go. Which is usually how I feel about most horror films, or at least the horror movies that I really like make me say that. So
I feel like the wildest and wackiest ones were like the Skinamarink and the Outwaters, which just didn't vibe with us.
The analog weird.
The analog stuff.
Yeah.
It was like the analog aspect, and we have Skinamarink on this list, but I don't know.
Yeah, the Outwaters didn't make it. I guess that's one of the ones.
I put it on and then I was like,
No,
not
either.
We barely saw the movie.
I didn't see anything.
Where do we start? Knock at the Cabin. I don't remember a lot about Knock at the Cabin.
It was January or February.
It was early, yeah. Go on.
Was there a part in that movie where the girl tells Dave Bautista that he should watch Kiki's Delivery Service? Or did I make that? Or My Neighbor Totoro?
The little girl's favorite movie was Kiki's Delivery
Okay,
Service.
I didn't imagine that. Okay, yes. But yeah, Knock at the Cabin, I mean, it's horror-esque, but I don't know. It's...
I didn't dislike the movie, but I wasn't crazy about it.
Again, my whole thoughts are this movie is Dave Bautista is too believable and sweet and sincere.
That's true. Yeah, he's
that if he came to my door and laid down the same monologue, I would trust him.
Yeah, it felt like this movie was predicated on you as a viewer thinking like this guy's full of
crazy.
shit.
Like, no, I
believe him.
This is sweet. He's awesome.
So,
I can't wait for him to be bald and bash someone's head into a console.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Dune.
That was so funny.
So yeah. I cut that. It Lives Inside was disappointing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't like.
So it's I enjoy the puppet at the end of it, the little monster man, but and I enjoy when we get to the point where they're like we gotta cook like food for it, like but the rest of it is like.
I felt similar about VHS 85.
Yeah.
I like a lot of parts.
I like the parts with the earthquake. I like that one.
That one was good, yeah.
What else
but
was in
it? Just didn't.
The fucking sinister guy.
Fucking VR thing in this one?
The slam poetry lady.
Yeah.
That's
God, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
I did like the overarching thing with like the exercise video with what's his ass who made Night House and Ritual.
I don't remember. I know he made it.
For some reason, I want to say Scott Derrickson, but that's not
no,
it.
I always get those two confused too.
Hold
on.
Right, though. Yeah, I thought that was okay.
I liked it. David Bruckner.
David Bruckner.
that awful VR thing just.
That's really.
It's so bad. Like it's shocking how terrible that is. My God.
I will say that movie coming out did make me go back and watch VHS 99, and I liked that one a lot. I thought that one was pretty fun.
Oh, which one was 99?
That had the
that's
the one doing the
911
call for the Medusa.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that one. I was thinking of 94.
Go to hell.
I was thinking of 94.
Yeah.
94 is amazing.
Yes, Ratma, love that guy.
I was pretty disappointed by Cobweb.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. It's okay. Cobweb is fine. There's another movie called Cobweb coming out this year.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's like the South Korean version
of
Living in Oblivion. It looks incredible. I'm very excited for that movie.
I love Lizzie Kaplan. But yeah.
Suitable Flesh, that was disappointing.
That was disappointing.
I think it was fun because, like, for me and Carrie, that was a surprise thing.
We got to see it early.
We got to see it early.
Screening.
The director liked both of our reviews on it, even though I think both of our reviews were negative.
I mean, I rated it like 2.5, I think, and then I just said extra Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that because I saw he liked a lot of people's reviews from that night because there was a few showings and he liked and appreciated and commented on both positive and negative ones, and I really appreciate that.
It's a fun movie. I like the content. It's just the presentation was kind of
as somebody who saw Reanimator this year, and I understood what they were going for, I was like, I get what you're getting at here.
Now imagine watching Reanimator moments
Yeah,
before.
yeah. Shout out to Barbara Crampton. I like her. I respect. I need to watch From Beyond. Renfield. We're Renfield apologists, but I wouldn't describe it as a horror movie.
No, that's true. I was gonna go into.
But Renfield,
Renfield rocks.
Have fun. It's fun.
It's a fun movie. People need to respect it. I say.
The
best horror.
The best Dracula movie of last year, in my opinion.
What about the last Voyage of the Demeter?
A movie that's still on this list.
Yes, it is, George. Yes, it is.
There's no way it's better than Insidious the Red Door. Right?
No. But it's staying on the list for now. Listen, Scream 6.
Yeah,
let's cut it.
That's a bummer.
That movie is stinky ass, and like I don't like those. I don't like the Scream movies anyway. But me and my friend watched it because it came out on like whatever streaming service.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
probably.
and we just jumped into it, and I was like, wow, this is obnoxious.
It's not good. They've completely lost the thread on like what Scream is supposed to be.
I think I'm turning away from these two newer ones. Because like I liked Scream 5, pretty fun.
Yeah, you're more positive on it than me.
But 6, just like over time, I was like, and now there's all this weird stuff with the 7th one, and it's now canceled.
Never coming out, yeah.
So I'm just like, I feel like the people behind the scenes don't actually give a shit. So I kind of don't give a shit anymore. So sorry, Scream 6. You had one of the most famous actresses of our time, like in your franchise, and you fucked it up. So I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's rough. Where do I want to go? M3 again. A fine, fun movie, but
it was a good way to start the year.
It was a great way to start the year,
and brought everyone together.
And I will watch M4 again or M2 again, whatever you want to. Or Megan's M3gans is the way you go through that. But yeah, it's fine. It's it is whatever.
Yeah.
Things are getting difficult now. Man, does Insidious the Red Door stick?
It's not top 3. No.
It's not top 3.
It's not.
Gary?
I love it, but
okay. I need to confirm with the expert.
Congrats to Patrick Wilson.
I love Patrick Wilson more than I love this final product of this film, but I just love him.
It is better than The Last Key by a lot.
Yeah. The Last Key is still pretty fun. I'll say it.
It's weird.
I can't remember if
like I said, I fell asleep and I woke up and was like, wait, what? There are people underneath the what?
Insidious The Last Key is funny because it's like, we gotta find the ghost. Oh, that's not a ghost. You just have a woman prisoner down here. Why did you call people to investigate your house when you have a prisoner?
I'll be honest, I didn't think that went through. My bad. I thought you wouldn't notice it.
Funny movie.
Funny
Insidious
stuff.
rocks.
Evil Dead Rise is fine. I don't think it's one of the best horror movies. I saw it again and I was like, okay, I like this better.
I like this movie a lot, and I don't know why. I think I love these dirty and mean Evil Deads. Like, I like Evil Dead 1 quite a lot. I love the 2013 Evil Dead, and I love this return to its meanness and cruelty, and it's just
it is a bad time.
Fun.
Yeah.
I like how closed off it is. I like the cast. Their dynamic is, very relatable and nice. And when all the crazy stuff happens,
you feel bad for them.
You feel bad for them. And the movie commits to really making these kids suffer. Yeah. And movies don't let kids suffer enough. There's one movie on here that really makes a kid suffer.
That's true.
And I feel like, looking at this, I feel like it's gonna end up being the winner from a default standpoint.
We'll see. There's one other one.
I just really respect it when movies make children suffer. I don't want children to suffer. Kids need to be able to freely express themselves and have fun and all that stuff. But in a scary movie, kids need to suffer more because they don't. They end up just fine.
But yeah, that
pisses me off.
Yeah, these fucking participation trophies.
Exactly.
Hell no.
And even though I didn't love this movie, I don't think it's great. It did have those Evil Dead moments that you want, where you go like, ah, fuck, which is the cheese grater. God damn damn.
Fantastic.
So that's fun. But yeah. And I rewatched it and I like it more than I did when it came out. Because I could watch it with not a blue goddamn fucking screen.
George has so many issues.
anyways.
I'm just upset that we cut that before we cut the Pope's Exorcist. I'll just say.
What's
Carrie,
your fucking problem?
I know that movie, like, the bit levels have, like, skewed you.
Yeah, so.
But I watched that.
I'm sorry. Are you calling me invalid? Just because I love the fact that Russell Crowe tweeted that little picture of him on his little scooter every day.
Yeah, it's very funny, and that did somehow more work in the promotion of this movie than everything else. But, like, that movie's absolutely miserable.
I disagree.
Okay. I had an absolutely miserable time watching it.
Well, maybe you need to change your point of view. Maybe you need to have a nicer approach to these films.
No.
No. This one doesn't hang for sure, but I think it's very funny. And I love, it's very by the books possession movies, which, you know, to be fair, I love that shit. And I will watch all of them. But it's elevated just because we have a fucking A-list actor such as Russell Crowe being the one who's like, stop that, demon. Get out. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's not anything crazy, innovative, new.
I'm gonna cut the last Voyage of the Demeter now.
Oh man. Dracula's on a boat. It has some good moments.
It does have some really
great
moments.
It has some good moments. I again, like, the set design's very good. You know, he's really like scouring about being a little weirdo. That kid explodes. That's awesome. And I think it's not a great movie, but I think it's certainly better than has any right for a movie as silly as it is.
Yeah.
To be. And I think the commitment to, like, the seriousness and, like, the time period help it do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say.
Fun movie.
One movie that was very popular this year that I don't know why, but, like, it just didn't, like, drive with me as much was When Evil Lurks.
Mm-hmm.
I know
I like it.
I just want to know how you guys feel.
I think Carrie's definitely the highest on it.
Yeah.
Highest on it. Okay.
I like it. But,
I just want to just say that real quick, just because
people really do love this movie. Like,
people
it's very...
really love that movie.
I'm a big fan. I wanted to rewatch it before we recorded, but I did not have time.
And I don't know, I watched it and it just did not connect with me how I wanted it to. It felt like another similar to a Skinamarink. It was like, oh, I respect this a lot, but something just did not connect. Maybe I'm just dead inside. Who knows?
Ryan, but
you got that evil inside you.
It's lurking. The per capita destruction of children in this movie.
It is true.
It is true, and I appreciate that a whole lot. That's what this movie has going more than anything, really. But
lots of children are maimed.
Oh, it's so good. Love that.
No, yeah, I just really
love that for them.
I liked this movie a lot just because it was my 2023, one of my 2023 horror movies that made me feel something, and so I always got to give those the accolades. Like the I won't spoil anything, but the scene with the dog just made me, like, I was lucky enough to see this in the theater because Alamo played it for, like, I don't know if they only did it for one day or if they did a few, but I was just in the theater just, like, bricking it during the entire dog sequence. That was insane. And I just like how unique the movie is, just with its world building, and it doesn't hold your hand and tell you exactly what's going on. It lets you kind of figure it out on your own. And I just really liked it a lot, but I'm sure it doesn't hang on the list, and that's okay.
It's very goopy and gross.
It's so goopy.
Yeah.
I love goop.
But yeah.
I love goop. I love ghosts. I love demons.
I think everyone here loves the Nun II.
I haven't seen it. No, it's not going to make the top 3, though.
But I feel like it's not going to make the top 3. And I hate saying that, because we are Nun II Nation.
It's so true.
Man.
Yeah, Nun II is hilarious.
And it sucks that it's not going to hang, but we have to delete it, unfortunately. So now we are left with Infinity Pool, Saw X, Talk to Me, Skinamarink, and Dark Harvest.
Hilarious that Dark Harvest stayed this long.
I really want Dark Harvest to make it to the top 3. I'd fight for it.
It's very good.
It's awesome. I agree.
Like, it's awesome, and like it, like I said, like it commits to the bit, and like it takes a long time to like establish its lore, and then it starts going, and it's absolutely insane. Who would have guessed, given a bunch of teenage boys fucking Adderall thrown out the streets with knives would make things not turn out very well in your town? That's insane to
just
me.
What happens? That's what small town living is
It
like.
is
I know, that's why my parents moved me out. Because they're like, we can't have a...
Yeah, this actually took place in Seward, Nebraska.
Yeah, we're like, we need Harrison to not be a part of this. Because this ruined us.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I think Skinamarink is not going to make it, right?
I think out of us
I really like it.
I would delete
Skinamarink.
I like it. I think I might be the most positive on it.
I need to rewatch it, and I want to. I bought the Steelbook at Walmart because the idea of it being sold at the Steelbook at Walmart is hilarious to me.
Very funny.
So I had to, but I've not yet rewatched it. I need to do that at some point, but unfortunately, no. So Infinity Pool, Saw X, Talk to Me, and Dark Harvest.
Saw X is on this list, by the way. Saw X is fucking fantastic.
Saw X is on this list.
It's the most fun I've had in a movie.
Talk to Me is definitely on this list.
Yeah.
I respect Infinity Pool a lot.
Yeah. It's hard.
I mean, I'd be fine with cutting Infinity Pool if it means that Dark Harvest stays.
Then yeah, let's cut Infinity Pool.
Like if we were keeping it, or if we were deleting it for some other bunk ass shit, I'd be like, because I love Infinity Pool. It's one of my favorites, But
Dark Harvest is definitely. I love coming out of a year and having a few horror movies in my back pocket where I run into someone and they'll be like, I'm trying to watch a horror movie that I haven't, and nobody was like, check out this one.
Check out the movie Dark Harvest.
Because it's got that, like, you probably didn't hear about this. It's good, and it's got a weird idea. Yeah. So, like, yeah.
Yeah, Dark Harvest is so fun.
Recommending Infinity Pool to someone's a bit of a challenge.
My boss was like, I haven't seen that one. I was like, no way.
You want to have a solid foundation.
Which is the uncut ones on one on Hulu, I think. I think is the version.
No.
I think.
Awesome.
So yeah.
I'm cutting Infinity Pool. Hell yeah,
so
Dark Harvest Nation, we did it.
So that means we have our 3.
Saw X, Talk to Me, Dark Harvest. For me, I feel like the winner is Talk to Me, just because that movie is absolutely dreadful and suspenseful, and the biggest scare we had was when our waiter was like, "Can I get you guys anything else?" And we were all like, butthole clenched, like, I'm good, Jesus.
Well, the kid it was during when the kid was getting fucked up.
Yeah, he was getting absolutely annihilated. Again, we appreciate that so much on this show. Do all these... I mean, Dark Harvest has lots of kids getting absolutely annihilated.
For me,
Talk to Me, the kid gets absolutely annihilated.
One kid gets completely destroyed.
Saw X doesn't have children being annihilated.
That one kid gets dunked in blood.
He does get dunked in blood. So he did have a bad time. Not quite annihilated.
He fixed his tire, I think.
Yeah.
He walked out of it.
But some adults got absolutely shredded, and we do appreciate that.
So if for me it's 10, but if y'all feel it's Talk to Me, I don't know why. I like it, but there's something about it where it's just like, it just feels like such an A24 movie to me. That I was just like, I don't know. But I had a great time watching it in a movie theater, where it's just a perfect movie theater movie. But for me, it's all 10, but if y'all feel it's Talk to Me, I can respect that.
I mean, I love all of these movies. Talk to Me is my number 2 movie of the year.
So, yeah.
So I would say Talk to Me is the winner, but that is to no way say that I think Saw X or Dark Harvest is inferior in any way.
What if we gave it to Dark Harvest?
That'd be pretty funny.
that would be insane.
That'd be the cool decision.
I think I gave that movie like 3.5 stars.
Yeah, you both gave it 3.5 stars. And I also gave it 3.5 stars. It's very
best
good.
Movie of the year.
It's got a lot of... It can go the distance. It really fucking goes. But I don't know. I think it's Talk to Me.
Yeah, I think it should be Talk to Me.
I love Saw 10
Dark
so
Harvest
much.
I love Dark Harvest, but it has a little too much business.
It
with,
does
like,
have
the
a lot.
silly dialogue from the teen boys. I'm like, all right, let's calm down.
Saw 10 was it's wild to me that in the 10th movie, again, it is like we are so fucking back.
Amazing.
We have never been so back.
Yes.
It's just great. It's exactly what I wanted from a Saw. Again, I never saw a Saw movie in a movie theater. Carrie saw Jigsaw. I guess Spiral don't count. I don't count Spiral.
Spiral doesn't count as a Saw movie.
So it's great to just get like, here is like John Kramer is back, baby. He's up to stuff. He's taking care of business, and it's so fun. Yeah.
Great movie.
But yeah, Talk to Me is the winner. Congratulations to Talk to. Congratulations to the country of Australia. We salute you and your kangaroos. Get your dead kangaroos off the road. Was it a kangaroo? Yeah, it was a kangaroo.
Yeah,
it was 100% because like this movie is the most Australian.
It's very Australian.
Like, hey, did you figure out this movie's Australian? Yeah. Alrighty, our next category: worst movie. This is a movie that, is not the bestest, not the greatest movie of the year, which is the most not the best movie of the year. Our nominees are The Exorcist Believer, Knock at the Cabin, Fast X, which I cannot believe was 2023, Blue Beetle, The Creator, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, Rebel Moon, Five Nights at Freddy's, The Flash, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Malum. I vaguely remember Malum as a remake of a movie that the one with the freaky
Night
cover art.
Shift,
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
Wow, that's what's on this category. So, listen, I know I'm just cutting The Last Voyage of the Demeter, but it sounds like we got some joy out of The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
It's a pretty good movie. I don't know how it got here, actually.
I love that movie. Whoever nominated it is wrong.
I don't know. It must have been
It was probably George.
It must have been an accounting error. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, let's get rid of Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Okay. Super Mario Brothers is just fucking whatever.
It is.
It's annoying how successful it was.
It's not how successful it is, and it's what annoys me is it's like staying in like gaming circles as like, oh my god, this movie's amazing. And maybe that's just like the algorithm is feeding me this stuff, but it just like,
you like Mario, right?
I do like Mario, but I don't need to still like to this day be getting like newly made Easter egg videos recommended to me and people being like, oh my god, this is great. Cause like it's just fine. Like I don't understand the insane hype this has gotten from certain people.
Yeah.
So like it's probably my most annoyed film.
Sure, most annoying. Well, is that even most annoying movie? I mean, it might be. It's top 3 probably, but that's not this category.
No. Maybe it's sharing a similar kind of thing with like Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where just that like video game. As someone who likes video games and who likes movies, I can understand and criticize them both differently, but I just feel like a lot of the criticism that you get from like video game reporters to video game movies is like very like it's searching for a different thing. It cares more about like Easter eggs and references as opposed to like the content and like the plot and the structure and characters. It's like that's not how a movie should be.
I think it's weird how Fred Armisen sounds very strange in this movie.
Yeah, he has a very weird. He does a weird cranky Kong in that movie.
Yeah, we can cut that.
Yeah, we can cut that.
Fast X is pretty Well, you know what? I said that, and
and you're like, I think I want to keep it.
Let's keep it for now. It is a fucking dog shit.
Well, why is this? Because I think this is your least favorite or one of your least favorite Fast movies.
Let me see.
Would that be fair to say?
I've seen all of them now, right? Yeah, I haven't seen 4, which is very boring, as I understand. But I can't imagine. It's just clearly everyone's going through the motions, and it is such a high budget, and it is the worst CG I have seen in such a long time. Where it's clear that actors are not in the same room, and then they're.
I think it's because a lot of them don't get along.
They don't get along anymore.
Specifically Vin Diesel.
With Vin Diesel, yes.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Vin.
So it looks awful. Brie Larson's pretty bad in it. She's really bad in it.
forgot she was even in
She is in it, and she's there. God bless her. We love her for that. What else is in 10? Oh yeah, 10 is like the first part in like the last trilogy. Like we're gonna end cap.
I thought they were gonna do like a 10 and then an 11. I thought 11 was supposed to be.
There might be a 12 also. So
why though?
I don't know.
This
I don't even remember what the cliffhanger they ended it on was. I have no idea.
Did they finally bring? I feel like since 7.
They brought back Gal
Walker.
Gadot in. No, they can't do that. But
I feel like they're going to somehow.
They brought back Gal Gadot. No, yeah, they brought back Gal Gadot in this one.
Yeah. Did
so
she die?
Great, love it, fantastic. Yes.
Did it have it? Most of these guys died, and they bring them back.
Yes.
Oh.
But it's to a point where it's like, first of all, nobody likes Gal Gadot. Nobody likes Gal Gadot. So
like
it's
a character or just her?
Just in general.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
Wonder
that's
Woman 1984 was like, why did we like her?
God, that movie sucked.
The stone, give me the stone. I don't like her. Anyways, so Fast X, it's bad, and you need to just end it, put it aside of its misery. Like it's not good. So cutting it, but well, actually, I guess I'll keep it for now. We don't know where it
You
goes.
really don't like it.
It's
I
really
feel.
just,
I just.
it's really sucks because it's just like why? Because again, it's part bit, but it's part genuinely. I like these movies, and now I'm at the point where like this is so bad. I'm like, man, maybe people were right. Maybe Ryan was right the whole time. This is awful. This
You
is
never
so
wanna be in that
stupid.
place.
Yeah.
This is so
Just
dumb.
remember that the 10th Fast movie came out the same year as the 10th Saw movie.
That's
So
true.
So
That
there is no excuse
facts.
for movies.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
For movies to reach that 10 mark and be as bad as
That's
this
true.
apparently
That's true.
is.
There is hope. Yeah.
They can aim higher.
It's true. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Knock at the Cabin. We talked about it in Best Horror, and we were all like, "It's fine, right?
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's just, it's fine." I wish it was better, but it's fine.
And George, I think you put Blue Beetle on here. I know.
He's the Hispanic. I'm gonna let you cut
Okay.
it. George.
No, I want to ask you because I feel like our leaving it. We were both like, "That's fine." It's pretty much Iron Man.
It's still 2 stars, right?
Yeah.
It's still 2 stars.
It's still definitely 2 stars.
But it's just
yeah.
like the most okay.
Yeah.
It's like a Whopper Jr. at Burger King.
Okay.
Which is, I like a normal Whopper, but there's something about a Whopper Jr. where it's the cheapest thing at their, there, and it just feels like, what the hell did I just, why did I even spend the time with this?
Why did I drive here?
Yeah, why did I drive here? But yeah, it's definitely not gonna hang, but it was definitely not a good movie. And when looking at the movies that were not good this year, that one stuck out just because, I saw it. You know what's missing here? Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
I don't think
Was that last year?
that
Yes,
was last year,
there was
yeah.
3 DCEU movies, and
That's
no...
true. I thought about
Holy hell.
thought about adding that because that was pretty low on my list. But at the end of the day, I just don't care enough about it to hate it so much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I felt the same way about Winnie the
That has
Pooh.
Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren in it.
It does. That's insane.
Yes.
That it's that bad. And the worst Wonder Woman cameo.
I was gonna say, I specifically remember you having a lot of anger when you showed me the clip of Wonder Woman.
Oh,
showing
that
up.
was so frustrating. But looking back, I just don't care enough. And DC is being rebooted, so I don't need to think about it anymore.
Maybe I still won't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it.
That's what people are saying, but
yeah.
I just don't care enough about this movie to put on the worst. And similarly, the movie I had lowest on my list was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which I believe sweep the Razzies this year. But,
I can't believe that was last year.
But again, I don't care enough about it to be
Ryan, you're the
Give
worst
it
at
these
making
awards.
podcast drama.
I'm
Come
sorry.
on now.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But there are 3 other ones here I think we could put.
I think there's stuff on here that I think all of us are more passionate about that we've all seen that we can discuss and give it the award it deserves. I don't know.
So we're cutting the Blue Beetle.
The award
Okay.
it earned.
Yes.
Malum. Is that hang?
No. It was just, I was looking at the bottom of my list and I was like, I gotta contribute something to this category other than the Super Mario Brothers movie that I didn't like at all. No, I just remember it being really dumb and stupid and having just watched the original, a week or so previous, just all of the unnecessary changes that made it worse stuck out
Same.
a lot more and it's like, oof. And
Okay.
I don't remember the stupid ending that they did, where it was all like some weird demon ritual ass something shit. It was all stupid.
Yeah, they try to make it more like interconnecty than the first one, if I remember. Like, oh, it's how it always was or something. I can't remember. Now they're both like mixing in my head. I don't know which movie is which. But I just remember the first one just had that like low budget kind of charm to it.
Yeah, the first one had a lot more what felt like clever scenes and cool scares, and the second one was just like, well, now we can do that but worse.
Yeah, now we have a little bit more money, and somehow with that money it will look worse and not be as scary.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
All right. So the list so far now that we whittled down looks like The Exorcist Believer, Fast X, The Creator, Rebel Moon, Friday Nights at Freddy's, and The Flash. The Creator is not a good movie, but among this pack...
I think it's innocent among these.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything that happened in that movie, so maybe
Dream
that's
On
why.
was not in the movie.
It was not. You remember
that
that?
all over again. I forgot.
I remember more about the trailer than...
Yeah, the trailer was legendary, but yeah, that movie was stupid.
People like that movie. That's
People
wild.
do like that movie, and I support them kind of, but also why?
I respect wanting to like a low budget
Yes.
like original idea
Original.
sci-fi
Yeah.
thing. Original, yeah, that has like some A-list celebrities, director that's well known. Like that's cool. But like the end product just is nothing inspiring, unfortunately.
Nah.
But not
The
worth.
robots look kind of cool, but they don't do anything.
Not
with
the
their,
worst sci-fi movie of the year. I think we know what the worst sci-fi movie of the year is. And that is Rebel Moon, Part 1, A Child of Fire. I'm the only one who's seen this. Absolutely despise it. It's miserable, but you guys haven't seen it, so I don't want to keep it around if
The stuff,
if the passion's not there.
The merch at Walmart's still there.
that's crazy. You get a Funko Pop of the Scar Giver,
Exactly.
the Child of Fire.
So what are you saying? Are you saying you're gonna cut it or not?
I don't know, cause like it's miserable. It means nothing. It's just a film that throws you into this like nonsense world. They just collect people. Those people all die, and then the movie just kind of ends. And then it's a part 1, so it ends unsatisfyingly. But it's also way too long. You watch it knowing that it's not, for some reason, it's not the director's vision, because you know, like, oh, I'm going to make the better version later on. It's like, so what's the point of even watching this? I don't understand. So it's just frustrating from like a lot of areas, but I'm trying to think of this from a team perspective, because that's what I care about here.
Okay. Well,
team.
how much do we hate The Flash?
It's really bad. It's really
Flash
bad.
is pretty miserable. There's like sparks of like, okay, there's some sparks, there's some electricity, but it feels like it feels like it's the whole movie is like, okay, we can go down 2 paths. One path is like good, and the other path is confusing both physically and emotionally and visually, and it's like they keep going down that path. So pretty miserable.
There's 2 Ezra Millers in this movie, and they riff off each other, and I was like, I think I'm gonna kill myself
That
here
is
in
true.
the theater today, right now.
It's Ezra Miller talking to a younger, more annoyed version of himself. And it's like, oh, yuck. It has a very... And I actually thought about this when the Oscars were happening. They had a bit with Michael Keaton. It's like, this is a good guy. He was very good as Batman. He's Batman in this movie, and he's just a weird, crazy guy who just kills himself 1,000 times. And that's just weird. That's just a weird thing to do for, like, we're bringing back this version of this character that a lot of people care about.
And if we remember whenever he went into the fucking Superdome of time, and it was all the different tiers of different events, and it literally looked like Polar Express animation.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? And then the director was like, that was intentional, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Bad then.
And then all the universes are crashing together, and just like let's have the camera cut to the universes looking at this. And it's like, why would they be doing that? And why are the universes just 3 different Supermans? One of which killed himself because he hated being Superman.
Yikes.
And his family did not sign off on this. So, that's cool.
It
Great
definitely,
job,
you
Warner
describing
Brothers.
it definitely sounds like the most DC movie ever. Which is saying something, I think. Like, it is the most not grunge core Zack Snyder and more comic book DC nonsense.
Yes, and normally I would be all for that. But something about how this is put together is just...
And Ezra Miller's in it.
And Ezra Miller's in it, and they are... I think this movie could have gone down a lot of paths with what they decided the plot would be, and they just chose the most boring options somehow. They got... Nick Cage came in and filmed stuff.
I know.
And they cut him out and CGI'd a new Nick Cage in fighting a giant spider. Why would you do that?
Okay, so this sticks around.
That probably sticks around.
Ryan, I know you have opinions about Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't.
Absolutely fucking despise this movie.
Okay, well, there you go.
Every moment in it is miserable. It is just...
I forgot that you passionality hated this.
Really? I didn't.
It is just just Blumhouse bullshit with intertextuality that just means nothing, and the plot is just nonsense. It's like, my character trait is I really don't like pedophiles. What? That's your only personality trait? I hope that it assumed that out of most people I know. What the fuck? He's like, they're like dancing and like playing games with the fucking monsters, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna kill your sister or whatever. Absolutely miserable. Literally, Matthew Lillard comes up in the end and is like, I'm actually the villain. I'm dead. Why? Hate it. But here's the thing, though. I also really fucking hate The Exorcist Believer. That is miserable.
This has to be this has to be the most hated movie.
I mean, how does this not win this entire category? It's so...
We kind of gave it away by putting it at the start of the list because I was like, well, there it is.
That's
this movie sucks so goddamn bad.
It's the worst.
Very angry video game nerd. What the hell were they thinking? But seriously, why did this fucking guy who come out of making this bizarro Halloween trilogy hook his wagon to, I'm gonna do the same thing for The Exorcist, and this is what you gave me? This is it? What the hell? We have just has nothing really to say about religion. It just says a lot of things, and then hopefully you get something out of it, but no, you just keep talking, but you're not saying anything at all. We wheeled back, who's the actress who played
Ellen Burstyn.
Ellen Burstyn here, and you fucking make her blind.
Oh my god.
It's so good. They wheel her back and she's like, I think because of sexism they wouldn't let me in the room with her.
Damn patriarchy.
It's like, no, they're professionals and you're the mom.
They are dead and your daughter is alive.
Yes, and then I spent the last 40 years studying and training myself for this moment, and then she fucking runs in guns a-blazing and goes blind like a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ, what a way to write and
That's the only way this guy knows how to incorporate these legacy characters. He's like, we bring them back, they are doomsday preppers, and they get hospitalized for the rest of the movie.
God. And then they also brought back, what's her name? Linda Blair.
Mm-hmm. At the very end, it's like, hey, it's me.
Which is even sadder that you didn't do anything with Linda Blair, because Linda Blair did not go on to have a career after Exorcist. You could have done something with this character.
Listen, all I'm saying is if you would like a cool thing that follows up the original Exorcist, the first season of the Exorcist TV show
I keep forgetting that
does
exists.
a very good job of that, and it incorporates the stuff from the Exorcist in a very good way, and has great characters. And all that good stuff. Unlike this thing, which, I feel like is going to win even though we still have 5 stuff on here. But
it's real bad.
So yeah, that's staying there. So, okay, we've talked about everything. I'm going to cut Fast X down. Okay, so that leaves us at 4.
I I despise Rebel Moon. I do not like it, but I feel like for family, for my friends, and because I'm the one who saw it, I feel like we should cut it.
I will say, when Zack Snyder I cannot believe you actually believe this. There's not a way you believe this, where he's like, well, when you see the views on Netflix and you compare that to the box office, more people sound like, bro, what the hell are you smoking?
I think those Netflix executives,
They got to him.
They got to him and tricked him into thinking the metrics mean something
Okay.
different.
Someone lied to him several times.
But yeah, let's cut it.
I feel so bad about all these directors getting all this, because I feel like these streaming services, we know they fudge their numbers and then they get people in to like do stuff for them, and then it gets forgotten because it's just on streaming and no one cares about it. Just we've ruined movies.
Anyways,
but yeah, the winner's Exorcist believer.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. And although the positive thing is that it finally got me to see The Exorcist and Exorcist 3.
Nice.
Very good movies. So hey.
Winner Exorcist believer, runners up Five Nights at Frederick's and The Flash.
Woo.
We did it, team.
I will say The Flash is we'll see how Deadpool does. If it launches softer than they expected, then it's maybe done. But this was a perfect, in the history books, this is a perfect turning point where there was Ant-Man and the Lost Quantum, but here we have this Flash fucking movie that brought back Michael Keaton as the fucking Batman, has goddamn all this fucking dumb fan service bullshit, and it could not make a goddamn penny. It failed miserably. Even to this point, I am astonished. How bad this movie did.
Right.
So, whatever. But it's fascinating. Thank you, The Flash, for being maybe a fascinating... At some point, 20 years from now, some goddamn nerd in the post-apocalyptic world we live in, where we're still watching video essays, like the movie that ruined it all, or some bullshit. Anyways.
I think there's already a video essay with that exact title.
You're right. Our last category for day one here is Best Surprise, which is kind of the opposite of Worst Movie, sort of. This is a movie where we had... The key word here is expectations. So we went in with... maybe this will be fine. I don't know, whatever. And then it surprised us and was like, oh, man, I was not familiar with your game. So, yeah. Ryan, do you want to read the Best Surprise?
I would love to. So we have Godzilla Minus One, Saw X, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, Skinamarink, Blackberry, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Beau is Afraid, Joyride, Talk to Me, Dix the Musical, Fallen Leaves, Dark Harvest, Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Evil Dead Rise, The Nun II, Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and Theater Camp. Whew, quite a lot.
Woo! Films
and cinema.
I'm going to sound very stupid here, and I promise you, I know everything about motion picture. I'm a big genius.
Uh-oh.
What? No, I remember now. Don't worry about it. I remembered. I forgot. I thought I forgot one of the movies on this list, but then I remembered it. And then I thought, oh, yeah, that was pretty good. Anyways, the movie was Joyride.
Oh, yes.
I was trying to figure out which one
the movie was Joyride. I forgot, what's Joyride? I was thinking of the horror movie Joyride for some reason. I was like, what?
That is surprising that came out this year.
Yeah.
I thought that was from 2005.
But yeah, that's a surprising movie, but I don't know if it's gonna hang now that I'm talking about it. What I'll say about Joyride is I'm very confused that this movie did not do well. I'm so confused that I thought it had everything going for it in terms of the group of gals hanging out, getting up to mischief. And I don't get it why I didn't connect with people. I think it's, again, this is another case, everything that the movie advertised to you, it's raunchy, it's funny, it doesn't feel overbearing or cringy, I guess, if you will. To me, I was like, this is fine. I like this. This is fine. This is what I wanted. So I was mainly surprised because I guess part of me did kind of think maybe they don't land it, because it is really hard to come a trailer and be like, wacky cocaine, oh, fuck you suck, oh, all that stuff, and actually come out funny and having a good time, and I had a great time. So that was surprising, but it's not gonna hand here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evil Dead Rise. I don't know if that was surprising. I don't even know why I put it. I don't know if I put it here.
I put it here just because I was surprised with how good it ended up.
Because it was supposed to be an HBO Max.
It was supposed to be an HBO Max
sure,
thing, which then you think of like, oh, a straight to streaming Evil Dead. That's fun, but then you see it in theaters like, wow, that's very good. It's almost like they had creative control over it. That's crazy. But for me, it's surprising just because it is as good as it is very good for what it is. It has some very good family dynamics, and it's just also did very well. Like it did surprisingly
the most successful
well,
Evil Dead movie of all
which
time.
is crazy. And I believe they're gonna do more of these, which is very cool because this is a type of like horror that it's really only the Evil Dead movies that do this type of like aggressive, like mean, bloody.
Very much has
stuff.
no problem literally killing most of its cast. The children that you're like, certainly you're not going to kill brutally the children.
And they do. And it's incredible. We love that. So for me, that's what's so surprising about it is just how it just goes there, and it has a lot of that like meanness of Evil Dead 2013 with a little bit more of like the goofy levity of the earlier ones.
Sure.
It strikes a good balance for me, and I like that movie a whole lot. So surprise to me, but there's some other stuff on here. So
I wish it was.
I don't know if it.
I think it was just for me. It was like I wish it was better. Like I wish I liked it as much as maybe not as much, but closer to how I feel about 2013. Mm-hmm. But it's still good. I'm glad it's not a bad movie. That's for damn sure. I'm like, it's fine. I would watch if I was watching a bunch of Evil Dead movies. I would like, let's watch Evil Dead Rise. Sure. Mm-hmm. It's good. It is a good movie. So yeah. Let's see. Where do we go from here? Skinamarink's a weird one, right? Because we feel conflicted about that on this podcast.
I think it's a good movie. Yeah. I don't know if it's for everyone.
Carrie?
I was surprised that I didn't love it.
That's the biggest surprise.
Yeah, that is a big surprise.
That seems like very my bullshit, but I don't know. Maybe I'm growing and changing. I like movies where things happen now.
Oh, no! No!
So sorry. I've left you behind, Ryan.
Do you feel like... Is this something where like you feel like you might like it more or less if you rewatch it?
I would probably... I feel like I couldn't like it less. Not to say that I hate it or anything, but it's like, I don't think I would go in and be like, God, this is even worse now.
Yeah.
Because I know what it is, but I might gain some more appreciation if I watched it again. But I look fondly on Skinamarink overall, just because it's so weird, and I went to go see it in a theater with a packed audience.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That is very funny.
If I somehow, if this, like, there are some people out there who just somehow ran into this movie by like not a hype wave, but just like this movie is wild, bro. Check this out.
Right.
That's the ideal way to watch that, but not most people saw it, and so like when I saw it, like most of us like we had expectations. Mm-hmm. So that's the weird thing about this category was like, it didn't surpass. I was like, that's weird and interesting. Okay, cool, and I respect it. But yeah, that's. I don't know if it hangs.
I think that's fair. I do like how I bought a steelbook of this at Walmart that I've not played yet. But I just hope in my heart that there's some people who picked up that steelbook and I was like, oh, I wonder what this is, and it's like, oh, what?
What the hell? Did I buy this?
Walmart allows this? What the hell?
Why did I drive there?
Theater camp. Theater camp is mainly just surprising for me because every time I saw that trailer, I was like, that looks fine. I don't know, but I know everyone else here was really looking forward to it, and so for me, I watched it. And I was like, that was fantastic. Mm-hmm. That's very good.
Good movie.
Very funny.
But I don't know if everyone else feels like it was surprisingly good.
I think it's more like earnest than like you'd expect it to be, and like for a lot of like this comedy, I feel like for a lot of comedy movies you go in thinking the trailers are the best it has to offer, and then you're just watching this thing that's like, okay, I've seen clearly the highlight jokes, but it has a lot of interesting characters and ideas going on, and and it just really feels so authentically like those types of kids from like high school. And that's a very cool thing, and it definitely feels like a kind of small, passionate project that was made with a great cast of people. So I don't know.
I wish you had more Ayo in it because she's great.
True.
Because she's fantastic in it.
Really funny. What is stage combat?
But yeah. Are we good to cut that one?
I think we're good to cut that one. I think if you saw the list of people, you might be more.
Yeah.
You might go in with more expectations, especially now that Ayo has like gone on to like win a lot of awards.
Yeah, she's busy.
She is busy, yeah.
Yeah. So what's left on the list? We got Godzilla Minus One, Saw X, The Last Voyage of Demeter, Blackberry, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Beau is Afraid, Talk to Me, Dix the Musical, Fallen Leaves, Dark Harvest, Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, The Nun II, Dungeons and Dragons Among Thieves, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. And man, this is a hard list, but I'm going to go with Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Mainly because I had no idea about this book, and this title was so long and weird, and I just saw the cover art, and I was just like, what is this normie-ass Bible-y movie? And then I watched it, I was like, oh, that was the most sincere, wonderful movie I've seen in a long time. I feel great about life.
I didn't get around to this one, but I was like, that looks amazing. So
I felt so good.
It's very nice.
Hear all the reports.
Rachel McAdams is
incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Incredible in that movie.
Very good in that movie.
Benny Safdie is a normal dad.
He's
just
a regular dad.
Way.
That's not a big. He's totally normal.
It's
He's a nice little dad.
It's insane. But yeah, we can cut it just because I think it was mainly me. I don't know. But I was really pleasantly surprised. One of my favorite movies of the year. Big fan. And now it gets tough because there is a lot of good movies here that were surprising.
I think. Okay, I'm gonna go for a wild one here.
Wild.
Beau is Afraid.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think we knew
there
from
was some expectation.
I think we knew from his previous work and the trailers a tad of what we were
getting
a
into.
vibe of what we were getting to. There's no doubt it goes beyond that, and it is like there is not a lot quite like that movie. But in terms of surprise,
if you took your amount of surprise that you felt watching that movie and represented it as like a stacking blocks or something,
yes,
there would be so many blocks. Like if you put a block every time you're like, whoa, during Beau is Afraid.
I only saw this once, so maybe I'm blocking some stuff out. But for this category, I'm looking for more like because for stuff that like I felt very surprised at, and I feel like it might go a lot further, was something like Saw X, where like it's the 10th Saw movie. Yeah, John Kramer's back, but it's the 10th Saw movie, and it just floored. It just rips, and it floored me, and it was like disgusting and nice and sincere, and you feel bad for this guy, and then like he tortures them. It's like, yeah, well, they earned it. Actually, they tricked an old man. And then I also think about stuff like Dark Harvest. I think is a big surprise because me and Carrie went into that.
I literally thought it was gonna be like imaginary. I thought that it was gonna be ass.
Like knowing nothing, it was like a 1-day showing, and then it was gonna be like it got thrusted onto like video on demand, and like
now it's on MGM Plus.
Now it's on MGM Plus. Very funny. But like Dark Harvest is like it has an idea, and like it goes with it all the way, and it just starts off kind of like steady and then just blows up into absolute purge levels of chaos.
Yeah.
Which again, when you have no expectations and you end up watching an insane ghostly purge movie, it's like that is a cinema experience that I am going to like remember. While Beau was Afraid is a cinema experience I think I forgot.
Well, fair enough.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was definitely I definitely had surprises, but I guess when you put it that way, Ryan, I guess I was expecting a movie of quality. I didn't know how much I would like it. And I like it fine, but yeah. Anyways, we can also cut Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with it then, because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for me was I'm so fucking over it. I don't care. But part of me was like, I like Guardians a lot. If you made a good movie, I would enjoy it a lot. And I think they delivered a movie that like they didn't just do their homework. They were like, they really went for that A+. I think they were like, they could have. There's a movie, very much a movie like we know what a Marvel movie is. We know the template. We know the formula. We know the beats, and it still has some of those beats, but it just thinks really outside the box and the stuff it commits to all the way. We're like, again, we're gonna have this planet with a bunch of freakazoid humanoid animals that could have easily been all CGI'd, but instead no, like most of it is all physical costumes, and you can tell the difference. Why is it so unsettling? It's because it's physical costumes. It's there. It looks fucking weird.
It's crazy that this is the Marvel movie that came out after Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, a movie that is all CGI.
Is that true? You're right.
It's all CGI and it's all nonsense. There was like 40 different VHX studios working on that movie.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But yeah, this movie, great. I think you just kind of forget over time, like, oh, James Gunn makes good comic book movies.
Yes.
Like he took Suicide Squad.
Yes, that's true.
Somehow the worst DC movie, and made a sequel that's probably their best one of that, like,
probably then Birds
era?
of Prey.
Yeah, Birds of Prey is my favorite, but the Suicide Squad is right there.
I need to rewatch Birds of Prey. It's been a while.
I need to watch Suicide Squad. I haven't watched it since that one time we watched it.
Good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But yeah, I think you go in with the expectations of Guardians, and we were a little tired of Marvel stuff, but it ended up being.
I am gonna cut it though.
Okay.
Because I could see things going somewhere else. So I'm gonna cut it for now. Yeah. Oh boy, the last Voyage of the Demeter. Come on.
Oh, come on, so close. I think this movie is certainly surprising.
Sure.
For a number of reasons that we've
Dracula in this boat.
What? How did he get
what
there?
What is that?
No one knows what that is yet. This is crazy.
The amount of what is that? Pure surprise.
This movie is better than like you would expect it to be, and I think it does some stuff that is surprising. The kid exploded into flames, I think, is our favorite part.
Masterpiece.
We might see that tomorrow for standout moments. I don't know, but we can cut it. But I just want to say it is a surprisingly fun time, and I am excited for the future of this franchise. That will not happen. What if that movie did crazy well somehow? Can you imagine?
Awesome. Yeah.
My God.
We're in the wrong timeline, my friend.
So who saw Fallen Leaves?
That was me. I only put it on this list because that was the one that had
the
the Dead Don't Die bit in it.
Oh, yes.
Probably
yes,
most
yes.
surprising.
The most surprise I felt in a theater ever.
I forgot that was this movie.
It made me question if I was even real for a second. I was like, whoa.
That's pretty good.
But other than that, the movie seemed pretty normal, on the rails.
There was a large, in terms of like surprises, it had a large spike and then went straight down. But probably like it's like mean or medium amount of surprising is a little low overall. It's a little skewed.
So we could delete that, but that was goddamn.
Now, boy, where do we go from here? Okay, man, Blackberry's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Was I surprised that it was I'm surprised. It was great, and it's really they're doing again. That's the fucking guy from Nirvana, the band, the show, and the guy from the We Shop channel song. So that guy made a good movie. But I don't know if it's gonna make top 3.
I don't think it's gonna make top 3, but it is.
It's very good. More people should watch Blackberry.
They should, yes. Carrie.
It's very good.
Sorry, I had to watch your stupid little Spider-Man movie.
That's true.
Thank you. Actually, thank you.
Go watch the AMC miniseries Blackberry.
I am so confused by that. I am so confused.
Okay. So at this point, I was gonna say okay, Dungeons & Dragons is on this list because I think I remember all of us seeing those trailers and being like, I don't know. It looks a little dumb.
I meant to see this, but I've not seen it
But
yet.
it is incredibly sincere. It commits to the bit that it is Dungeons & Dragons. It's fun. Chris Pine's great in it.
Mm-hmm.
He's wonderful. It's a It's what you would want of a Dungeons & Dragons movie. It's awesome. So to the level of how tired I was of looking at those trailers and how like, man, fucking, why are they doing this now? Whatever, who cares? And they wound up making a movie. Like, I would watch another one of these. Like, it's
sure.
awesome. Yeah. So that's just thing. I just want to say why that's on there and keep it on there.
Alrighty.
Another one, again, we already kind of gave Saw X it's flowers, but again, holy shit, man. Holy fucking shit. It's just so good. Godzilla Minus One, another surprising movie. I expected a movie that was going to be good again. I'm not the biggest Shin Godzilla fan, but it is a good movie. But this one is on another level that I think is probably it's definitely the most easily digestible Godzilla movie.
I think so.
By
for
far.
Sure.
And the most average would be like, that was good. That was good. Like the average person would be like, yeah, Godzilla. I was surprised with the visuals for sure. Like it looks great. In like the tone and the fact that it totally works as a like follow up kind of. It is a follow up, right? Was the setup that it was before or after?
I think it's a new.
It's a new thing. That's what it was. Yes. Because
it's
this is
after the atomic bomb.
It is actually right. That's why I was messed up.
It's after the movie Oppenheimer happened.
Yeah,
exactly.
The Oppenheimer sequel.
So yeah, but I'm just gonna say that again. That's another one I'm just gonna say why it's on here.
I understand.
And not touch it.
I feel like this is gonna stay, but I'll talk about this. Talk to me. I think we all went in with not a lot of expectations. I think it looked good, from what I remember, but I just have so much memories of us being in that packed early screening and just edge of seat, uncomfortable, what is going to happen, because it sets up very early on that no one is really safe here, and that just kind of is brutal and horrifying, and it's great, and I don't know, it's great, it's very good.
And I think Hunger Games is gonna be on here because Carrie, you're the one person who are like, and you're like, that book sucks.
It's really bad.
And you thought this movie was all right.
It was pretty good, honestly.
So
that was major. That was my own internal tonal of like, what the fuck? Because I watched the movie and I've said this before, but it turns out just watching the movie is a lot more palatable than reading President Snow's little bitchy thoughts one by one, reading each letter individually, physically doing that as an act is just so grating and annoying. But watching the movie, it's presented really well. And I just really fucking like Hunger Games. And so this is another Hunger Games movie, and they do all the Hunger Games stuff. And I get into the lore, and it's like the fun, it's like the 10th Hunger Games, so you see the difference. And I just got really, I almost went back into my Hunger Games phase because of this movie, so that was a lot. But
never go back.
I might.
Move forward.
No.
Damn it.
But yeah, it's a good movie, and Rachel Zegler is amazing, and it is just odd that we wanted to focus on President Snow. Like, I see why they did it, because it's like a common story thing that you could do, but I don't know. Good movie, surprisingly.
So another one that, again, I don't feel good cutting that, because, again, the fact that you were surprised that it was good was like, alright, well, then that's one of the most surprising things to me, because I can't fucking believe that.
I'll continue to say that book is a miserable experience. Don't read it.
The Nun II, though, I know expectations for the Nun.
Come on! The Nun is one of the worst movies.
It is.
Not ever, but like in that set
in that genre,
it's horrible.
In that genre of like,
it is top 2 worst.
Yes.
I haven't seen La Llorona, so
it's bad.
Which I assume is number 1.
La Llorona is very boring, I think, is the main problem.
So is The Nun.
It's true.
See, The Nun is boring. Nun number 1 is boring except for the one scene. La Llorona is just bad. There's no one scene. It's all bad. The one scene in La Llorona is just when they have to shoehorn in Annabelle, and the guy's like, "I have to go pick up a doll from the."
And now that it's not canon, you're just picking up a random doll, I guess.
Yeah.
So funny.
Whatever.
But this movie is hilarious, George.
It's so fucking funny.
It's so funny, and it makes the timeline so confusing. That's why I love it.
we gotta get like a ending explained guy in here. Or
Oh,
something
that's true. I never ended up googling that. I need to do that.
Confused.
Oh, that's the movie that I started doing like the Nun, like with the X thing.
For no reason at all.
Yeah, that was a funny bit I did. It's a great visual gag. I'm so sorry, audio listeners.
But yeah, I was just surprised that I came out of the Nun II not thinking that it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But that one can.
Is it scary though?
Well, no. What?
Yeah. Is it scary though? But is it fun though?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't expect to be scared by horror movies.
Hungry,
So that.
Yeah.
I feel like that argument is weak sauce. It's like, oh, well, it didn't scare me. Yeah, I'm sitting in a chair eating popcorn. Of course it didn't fucking scare me. It's a movie. It's fake.
So, I don't know what the fuck our 3 are going to be.
It's gonna be tough.
Carrie, Dick's the Musical has no other.
Oh, well, yeah, you know. I'm the only one who likes this movie. So.
I saw what those little freaks looked like. They're like this.
I'll say this. It is surprising. It is a surprising piece of film. It does not it does some those little guys. I think those little guys are the biggest, like similar to like your moment in Fallen Leaves when they show up. The surprise meter goes maximum, and it kind of stays up there for a while. It kind of goes back down, and then when they come back at the end, it goes right back up again. It's like, oh, they're an essential part of the movie. Okay, that's fine.
It's about
I guess
family, right?
it is about family and sewer boys, I suppose.
But yeah, this was more in my journey in this category of, because those trailers I hated. I was like, God, this looks terrible. And so then I watched it and I was like, oh, I see. This is just hilarious. Actually, I somehow
was
missed
incorrect
this in the trailers.
So Dick's is gone.
Yeah. Dick's gone. My dick fell off.
Oh no. So we have Godzilla, Saw X, Talk to Me, Dark Harvest, Hunger Games. There's some snakes and some birds. The Nun II, and Dungeons and or Dragons.
Okay, I think Talk to Me is not good. Is the weird because I expected a good ass movie from that trailer.
I was very excited for that movie.
So yeah,
that's fair.
And I think we could probably cut the Nun II.
Let me do it, please. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, someone else do it.
Okay, I got it.
Not approved.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left. All right, I think Godzilla Minus One's not gonna make it on here.
That sucks, but you know that's fair. I feel like when Japan is making a Godzilla movie, you come in with more expectations.
It's gonna be decent, probably.
It's like they're gonna treat this more respect than America has really done lately. Oh my God, those trailers for Godzilla X Kong.
I haven't seen any of them somehow.
I've been seeing them on YouTube, and they are getting more and more goofy.
Oh, I've only seen the first version with the little baby monkey. I like him.
There's one where Kong is riding Godzilla with his big robot arm, and it's weird. It's very interesting.
I do remember when me and Greg went to see a movie recently. They played that trailer, and it starts with Kong with the thing on his arm and emerging from the dirt, and I thought it was like a Transformers trailer, and I was like, oh Christ.
Oh no, I thought we were safe.
I think we can cut Dungeons and Dragons at this point. Yeah, because I think our 3 here is Saw X, Dark Harvest, and Hunger Games. Because again, Dark Harvest, I wasn't with y'all. I was supposed to go with y'all, but again, no expectations, and the amount how creative that movie is, and the fact that it nails it. And it's awesome. Like it's what I would. What else can I ask from horror movies nowadays than that movie? I think personally, again, like a wild, high concept idea, and executed wonderfully. So yeah, and Hunger Games again, I believe 100% you carry. And Saw 10 again. It's one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah,
I think Saw 10's the winner. Am I right?
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I was just gonna say, yeah, I agree that going into Saw, I was like, I'm gonna love this, but then when I watched it, I'm like, oh, this is like genuinely awesome. I don't have to be an asshole and be like, no, that was amazing.
Here's what you're wrong about Saw 4.
But yeah, Dungeons & Dragons is not gonna make the cut. So sorry, Dungeons, but it is a great movie.
But I just feel like Saw X is the winner because I went out of that movie telling people about like this is a good movie. Like this is genuinely a good movie.
Have you ever felt that way about a Saw movie before?
I mean, maybe the maybe the first one, because like if you're talking to people like a normal person about like scary movies, Like, yeah, you can see like the first Saw because like it's like it's like this. It's like a historic thing now at this point because like the franchise and it like started the whole torture porn thing. And it's, you know, low budget, and it started the careers of like two very good directors. Very good, very cool stuff. So you just wouldn't expect the 10th one to, like you said, rip as hard as it does.
After Jigsaw, after Spiral.
Yeah.
That too, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it felt great to be like this for this moment in time, this franchise is back.
We're so bad.
For right now, we're back. And yeah, it's great. Winner, Saw X. Congratulations. Now, hopefully they can keep that momentum up with Saw 11, but we'll see. So yeah, that is day one, folks. That's it. Congratulations to everybody. Let's go down the categories again. Best Style. Winner, Poor Things, with follows up Barbie and Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Best Horror, Saw X. Winner, Talk to Me, Dark Harvest as their runners-up. Worst Movie, winner, The Exorcist Believer, with runners-up Five Nights at Freddy's in the Flesh. Best Surprise, Saw 10 or Saw X. What? Can we decide that? Is it Saw X or Saw 10?
I say Saw X every single
Okay,
time.
I can't.
Saw X is funnier.
Okay.
100%.
It's probably wrong, but that's what I say.
Okay. Followed by Dark Harvest and Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Dark Harvest, most decorated film so far.
Hell yeah! As it should be. I'm excited to rewatch that. I want to rewatch that around like Halloween.
Yeah, oh for sure.
I feel like that'll be a good mood setter.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a physical of this, or is this because it's Amazon?
No, we talked about this earlier. How I have a bootleg one.
Yep, it's an Amazon thing. All right, well, that's
Criterion. Come on, guys.
So that's day one. Join us for day two, where we'll talk about most disappointing, standout moment, best performance, the Do Not Go In There award, our best old movies of the year, and of course the top 10. I gotta change the year on this document.
It says 2022.
Yeah. Until then, Ryan, where can folks find you?
Go to letterboxd.com/filmpiece. I think that's how that works.
Backward slash.
Tostitos fan for life. That is me. I watch movies. Anyways, Carrie.
I'm clicking.
This guy watches movies
on Letterboxd? No way. You can find me on Letterboxd just by searching my first name, Carrie, Karrie.
And you can find me at jcruzalvarez26 on Letterboxd and Twitter. So yeah, that's it. Until the next part of our best of, bye-bye.